Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you are absolutely fantastic this morning. I'm here today on the 3rd of July with day 3 of 31 ways to be a happier parent. So today we're talking about choosing your mood. Choosing your mood. So people say that happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Well, if that's true, then most of us aren't choosing our mood most of the time, are we? Because we are worried about our kids, we are worried about the weather, we are worried about what people think of us, we are worried about whether we're making enough money, we're worried about whether we can pay the mortgage, we are worried about the future, we are worried. So we are not choosing our mood, clearly, most of the time. So why is that? Most people would look for, how do I choose my mood? Well, when you're in a low mood, when you're feeling unhappy, somebody tells you to pull yourself together and shake yourself out of that low mood. Does that work? No. It just makes us a little bit more grumpy, doesn't it? Well, it does with me. Maybe it's just me. Somebody telling us to buck our ideas up doesn't tend to work. And telling ourselves that to do that, trying to pull ourselves together and do that. Does that work? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Everybody's obsessed with the how-to. But the how-to tends to just lead us into a spiral. Well, how come I don't know how to be happy? How come I need to fake it? How can I fake it until I make it? How can I? And it just gets more and more complicated. What changes then? So what changes for us is when we understand what is choosing our mood if we're not choosing it. And in a word, it's the past. It's the conditioning that we've picked up in the past. The conditioning sounds a bit psychological, doesn't it? It's the rubbish that we've believed unconsciously, we've taken in unconsciously from the outside world and believed it's true. So for me, it's I'm not good enough. For me, it's I'm ugly. For me, it's I'm not a good enough entrepreneur. I'm not a good enough businessman. I'm not a good enough son. Have I ever had that? No. I'm not a fast enough learner. I'm rubbish at DIY. I am barking up the wrong tree with all this kids' happiness stuff. People tell me that all the time. And sometimes I believe that. Sometimes I believe that. So we are not choosing our mood most of the time because we're believing the rubbish from the past. And it is as simple as that. But we don't know that. When we know that, that sets us free. We are not choosing our mood most of the time because the past is choosing for us. It's as simple as that. And that realization, getting that in your bones, this can only really be experienced. Listening to my words, I can only point you in this until you understand that kind of in your bones. Then the logical kind of the logical part of your brain understanding that, well, first off, it's gonna be arguing. It's probably going to be arguing with me. You're probably going to say Simon is making it far too simple. He doesn't know what my life is like. He doesn't know what look, you were born without any of this. You were born without that inner critic. You were a perfect, I'm looking around for it. You were born a perfectly blank piece of paper. And then, yeah, so you were born a blank piece of paper, or you were born like a perfect, perfectly clean wall that's just been built. And then loads of people wrote horrible graffiti on that wall. Here's the thing. You are the wall, not the graffiti on the wall. See you soon. Bye-bye.